You're listening to the Para is My Normal podcast. We are a bit science, a bit woo, and all curious about that which defies explanation because sometimes normal just isn't.
So here's a weird question. Have you ever had something feel so normal yet so baked into your life that even the most paranormal stuff starts to feel a little routine? That's kind of the holding pattern we've been in lately. Ghost hunting on weekends, editing our findings while doing laundry, answering messages while walking the dogs. But just when things start to feel normal, the universe has a way of throwing in a twist. So in today's solo episode, I'm slowing it down just for a second to tell you what's next for Para is My Normal. And trust me, it's anything but routine. First things first, let's talk about our new format. So starting now, we're moving to a bi-weekly rhythm with full episodes dropping on the first and third Sundays of every month. That's right, mark your calendars and haunt your planners. So why the change? Honestly, because the deeper we dive, the more stories we uncover, and we want the space to do them justice. We're booking bigger guests, we're running more experiments, and we're taking time to craft episodes that not only entertain, but also challenge what we may think we know about the paranormal. This does not mean less content. In fact, our in-between minisodes aren't going anywhere. We're still going to put out a mix of our tech retreat, where we break down ghost hunting gadgets and the tech we use and maybe bust a few myths. Our spirits with spirits and surprise visits from our weird and wonderful friends. Plus, if we have a really juicy EVP session or a midweek theory to drop, we're not going to be holding back. You'll still get us in between the Sundays. And speaking of weird and wonderful, we have some guests coming up that we are so excited for. First up, we've got the Ghost Sisters. Yes, the Ghost Sisters right here from Ohio. They've got some wild stories, powerful presence on TikTok and YouTube. We're also got Kathy and Greg from Ohio State Reformatory and the Tri-C Ghost Hunters. Now, these two aren't just tour guides or the paranormal leaders of OSR. They're absolute legends. And if you've ever investigated Ohio State Reformatory, then you felt their fingerprints on how that space is run. We are also crossing into skeptic territory soon with the Side-Eye Guy. He is one of our absolute favorite YouTubers, and he pokes holes in paranormal claims with precision and humor. Now, we don't always agree with him, but we always learn something. And honestly, it's fun to go toe-to-toe with someone who doesn't flinch at calling bullshit when he sees it. And then from our friends down south in Savannah, we're linking up with the Ghost Coast Paranormal, our dear friends who run the paranormal investigations at the historic Savannah Theater, which if you listen to our top 5 locations, Savannah Theater is absolutely in our top 5. Please go listen to that. But they are a badass duo that investigates with style, grit, and a deep respect for the Southern Savannah haunted lore. You are going to love them as much as we do. On the investigation side of things, we are not slowing down either. We are switching things up a bit. So going forward, we're leaning into more intimate investigations. Fewer people, less contamination, more control. That means that a lot of our upcoming locations will be explored almost entirely solo, just Michael and me, or maybe one or two trusted folks with who, they know how we work and why silence and awareness matter so much. So, for example, at Eloise Asylum, we're bringing in a close friend who's rock solid in investigation setting. She's a fellow lead investigator at Grimstone, and we are super excited to have her aboard because she's also a very dear friend of ours. Same with the Ohio State Reformatory. Just a tight circle so we can really listen to the space without distractions. So then when we head to the Savannah Theater, we'll be joined by my sister-in-law and mother-in-law who are coming up from Florida. And even then, it's still going to be a small, respectful group. So our goal, less background noise, fewer false positives, and a deeper connection with the space itself. We want to be able to say with confidence, if something happens, we know who and what was in the room. So with that in mind, here's where we're headed next. We're heading to Eloise Asylum, where it all started almost exactly 3 years ago. Nearly 3 years ago to the date. Our very first investigation ever was at Eloise Asylum, and we are so excited to be returning again. Ohio State Reformatory will be there for my birthday in August. New place to us, Brownella Cottage. It's a strange little location with ties to scandal, heresy, and spiritual division. Very interesting. Can't wait for that. Of course, we're going back to Savannah Theater, which is truly a Southern gem with these playful spirits and a flair for the dramatic. While we're in Savannah, we're going to visit the Sorrel-Weed House, which has this heavy energy, layered history, and lots to uncover, hopefully. And of course, we are returning to Collingwood Arts Center. Back again this fall, and this time we're not leaving anything on the table. One of the things Michael and I always talk about is this idea that the paranormal isn't really about ghosts. It's about people, their beliefs, their fears, the stories we pass down in our whispers, the things we feel but can't quite prove. And if you've been listening since the start and you heard our prologue, then you know that this podcast isn't just about sharing what we found. It's truly about making space for everyone who's ever felt like their normal doesn't quite line up with the world's expectations, or they have more questions, or they're very curious-minded. So whether you're a believer, a skeptic, a question asker, a truth seeker, or someone who just likes listening to creepy things while doing the dishes, you are welcome here. You are all welcome here. Like I always say, there is space for everyone in the paranormal with respect. So what's next? Well, here's your haunted homework. First, subscribe or follow so you don't miss our new release schedule. Again, first and third Sundays of the month. Also, check out our back catalog. We've got episodes on the flashlight method, the science EVPs, the legacy of the Fox sisters, and so much more. Also, please explore our brand new website, paraismynormal.com. It's now your one-stop portal for all things Para Is My Normal. You'll find all of our podcast episodes in one place, detailed recaps of every paranormal investigation, searchable by location, and I need to put the largest asterisk on this one because in the 3 years that we've been investigating, we have done hundreds of investigations at dozens of locations. I think I'm on my third page of locations right now. So right now, I'm just putting in the investigation locations that we have gone to, and I will slowly be filling in the information of where we stayed, what we did, what the price was, contact information should you want to go there, just the basics and maybe a quick recap. And over time, I will be filling back in the investigation information. And if there's any evidence or things that will show, I'll put it up under each location. So this is definitely very much a work of progress. Okay. But we really wanted a one-stop shop for everything. Our podcast, our everything that we do. We really wanted it to be one place. So again, all of our podcast episodes, detailed recaps of every investigation searchable by location. We've also put together a growing directory of our para family and friends. Now, these are the folks who support us, collaborate with us, and inspire us to continue on doing what we do. So you'll find paratourism, you'll find tech creators, you'll even find social content such as TikTok videos and the YouTube channels of the different people as well. So all of our friends, our family channels we just really like, we're going to be connecting it all here so you have a place to go and explore. If you like us, support our friends as well because they support us. And we also have a brand new contact page so you can reach us easily. But remember, you can still email us directly anytime at paraismynormal@gmail.com. And we love hearing from you. Also, please join us on social media. Para Is My Normal on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And because I was really stupid when I created the account on Instagram, it's para_is_my_normal. So send us your stories. Got a haunted house, a weird dream, a gadget you want to test, a question about a technology or a theory? Hit us up because we are literally always listening. So thank you for hanging out with me for this solo episode. I promise the ghost will be back soon, and so will Michael, and so will the weird. And until next time, my friends, don't fear the truth, follow it.